Hello, everyone. I am Andrea Petaway.
And I'm Faye Brown, and we are in this
And
together.
we surely are. I'm the aunt,
And
she's
I'm the
the niece,
niece.
but we're
Oh,
truly more like sisters.
yes,
So I'm
definitely.
just happy to be here and partner with you, Faye, on this journey of It's Time to Break.
Yes,
Something that, gosh, we created years and years and years
yes.
ago
20
when we
plus.
were just 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So we just want to use this platform to reach people and talk about, what does it's time to break means? It could be breaking down stories, breaking down obstacles, breaking down barriers. There's so much that we want to do with this platform. And I'm just excited to be here and just partner with Faye on just personal stories, things that's going on in the world today. And always ending our show with what can our um, and what should I say, our viewers or listeners
Yes,
should
yes.
take away from our episodes. So, Faye, I'll kick it over to you to do a little intro.
Okay, yes. Well, my name is Faye, and although we are in different states, my aunt is somewhere in the middle of America, and I'm in the America. But we are very much connected, very much close. And we've been walking this journey together for a long time. And now we've come together in a type of reflective mode where it's like, what have you learned? What have I learned? How do we come together and pour out into, the lives of people that just want to hear and just be a part of a great community that we desire to start and begin and build. So I'm excited to do this with my aunt. We were talking about it. We were like, I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time too. And it was like, right? It was
Yes.
like, wait a
Yes.
minute. Yeah. Like
It's
we need
it
to do
just
this.
and we
Yeah.
man, when we think about when we started this and
Hmm.
well, let me just say that Faye was 5 years old and I was
Right.
11
Yes.
when we really first connected. My oldest
Hmm.
sister was in England, and when she came to the U.S. and had my niece Faye was
Right.
5, and so
Right.
I had a little doll to play with,
I
as
know.
Faye will tell
Sure
you.
was. It was great, but then it was absolute torture sometimes because she would put me, let me tell you something. When my aunt got the comb and was walking toward me, I knew that my hairstyle was going to change in like five different ways.
She had the
In
best.
that one day.
Okay, I needed to do the cornrows, the circles going in the back, because
Exactly.
she had the best
Oh,
English accent. So I kept asking her to repeat words, and
no.
um, it was, you we were just playmates. And when we
Yes.
think about as we got older,
Hmm.
we talked about this before podcasting was
Right.
even in the atmosphere. And
Right.
one of the things we said was we had the slogan "It's time to break" because we were just
Hmm.
so mad about when something happened. It was like, okay, we're about to break,
Right. Yes.
and so we're about to break. So it's time to
Yes.
break used to be about like it's time to go off on
Y'all
someone
about to
or
have it,
something.
right?
Exactly, y'all about
Yes.
to hear something.
Right.
But it's lovely now that we can be, go through life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and come to a place where now it's more than just going off, right? It's about breaking so many things,
Yes. Yeah.
breaking down stories,
Yes.
and using that slogan to touch so many aspects of life in general, like we've both
Yeah.
journeyed through. So I
That's
just
right.
love this is the right time,
Yeah.
and I'm excited about like just all the topics we can cover, and just really how do we make an impact and add value to our listeners' lives,
That's right.
and I think that's the end result that I
Mhm.
want to get out of this podcast. So
Definitely. I agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
ah,
yeah, and even as we were imagining as kids, it's like
yeah,
as you dream and and I just remember like my aunt, you always kind of saw my dreams, saw my vision, and you were like, yes, and then you made it bigger, and then I made yours bigger, and it was just such a great time of imagining, our gifts and what we can bring to the
yes,
world at such an early age,
yes, yeah,
and so it's just so awesome to just reconnect on this level, like you said, and just
yeah,
go through the journey and understand that, wow, it took a while for us to get here. I didn't even know that it would, but then I understand now why it did, you know?
exactly. It's so
Yeah.
funny. You just saying that, you just painted this picture like we were talking about this, we're excited, and we put it in the corner, and then all of a sudden we had to do life
Yeah.
and
Isn't that something?
everything that came with that. And
Yes.
now
Oh my
here we
gosh.
are back,
I
picking up the stuff
know.
we pushed in the corner,
Right.
and
Absolutely.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And Faye,
Yeah.
you always, I mean, thank you for the words that you shared of how I made an impact in your life. But I have to
Hmm.
say with you,
Hmm.
when I was feeling at my lowest,
Hmm.
I don't know what kind of light that you saw in me that you would always lift me up. And I'm
Yeah,
like, what are you looking
definitely.
at? What are you talking about?
Hmm.
So you always saw the best in me, even when I
Yeah.
didn't see it in myself. And so
Hmm.
for that, I think I think that carried me when I think about it, even
Hmm.
if I didn't know it at that time, but just that
Hmm.
carried me that I was still felt like I do have value, you know?
Hmm. Right. Right.
So yeah, this is, I think, a
Hmm.
really good time
Hmm.
to kick off the year 2026,
Absolutely.
and push through. The world is pretty heavy right now.
Yeah, it is.
Um, it's a heavy time. And so in the midst of all of that,
Hmm.
how can we find some safe spaces?
Right.
Um, as we navigate, it's time
That's
to
it.
break and launching and doing everything we want to do this year to make sure that we're feeling good at the end of the
Yes.
day, and people have a place to
Yes.
to ask questions and talk and listen to us and feel
Definitely.
like this is a safe space,
Right.
when they turn on this podcast, and they can hear like authentic conversations. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited. I'm
Me
excited.
too. Me too.
I know for both of us, just even recording right now, we're just like,
I know.
listeners, we'll figure it out. I know,
Exactly.
right now we're working out all the quirks and
That's it. And it's
you know,
okay.
it's okay. It's
That's
okay
it.
because if you're dwelling it too much, it's all of a sudden 6 months will pass by, and then you're like,
Right.
so we're jumping in because the
Right.
time is now.
It's
So
now. Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Faye, what are some of the things, I think about sometimes, like we think about what this podcast could be. What are some things that you excited for? I know for me, when I think about like, I can't wait to invite guests on to talk
Yes.
about certain
Yes.
topics. And I feel
Definitely.
between both of us, we know so many different
Yes. People
people
in
in
our
different
community
spaces.
or alone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I know. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited about doing that.
Yes, definitely. I think I'm excited about, and I know that was definitely in terms of what you shared with me earlier, kind of like
Yeah.
making sure that when we end this, like when we're ending the podcast, that we are leaving an encouraging word. We're leaving something that you
Yeah.
can use or take with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just feel at peace, about it. And feel
Yeah.
like you can talk through those things, and that guess what? You don't have to be afraid to step into
Yes.
great things. Don't talk yourself
Yeah.
out of the game. Don't talk yourself out of the vision or the plan or the that's been planted in your heart for years. Like revisit those things and come back
Exactly.
to it.
Revisit.
Um,
Revisit.
and because
Yep.
it just never dies unless you stop doing it. You have to kind of take that step and do it because it doesn't have to die. It doesn't have to,
Yes,
well, that
it
was
doesn't.
20 years ago. No,
Nope.
You know,
Nope.
just by your decisions, you can
Yep.
choose to bring it to life, you know?
Yeah, and it's never
And
too
that's
late,
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's never too
No,
late. I was
yeah.
talking to someone recently, and a person was thinking they were talking about they're single and they want to be in a relationship, but they've talked
Mhm.
about, gosh, I've had so many wasted years, right? Will I still
Mm,
have
mhm.
time to find? And I'm like, I don't
Right,
care if you're 80. You
right.
can have 5 years of great love
Yes, yes.
that can, you don't think about those wasted years, right? You think
Right.
about like what's here now, and it's never too late to find that. And that can
Mhm.
really fill in those gaps you think you really had. So just like what you were
Absolutely.
just saying, it's just all across the board. It's never too late
It's never too
um
late.
to
Yeah.
to to cultivate that passion, right? Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And again, like and a part of that is, like kind of breaking the fear, breaking those fears in your life that would
Yes.
try to hold you in a space where it's like, okay, let's just say I'm 50, I'm 60, I still haven't, found love, or
Yes.
I'm still single, and it's just like, okay, but at the same time, it's like, are you still open? Are you still,
Right.
open to love? Have those thoughts
Yeah.
kind of, again, talk yourself out the game of that you can actually have a wonderful partner, a
Yeah.
lifelong partner to build life with and to grow with,
Yeah.
it's never too late. So it's the journey back to us, like in terms of who we are and making
Yeah.
sure that the things that we've built in our lives are actually helping us grow into the dreams that we want to see
Exactly.
manifested. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. That's so huge
Mhm.
because, and I
Yeah.
also think just piggybacking off of that,
Hmm.
it's also building, you talked about breaking through like those fears and breaking through just all the noise that sometimes
Yes.
gets in your head. And I think we
Yes.
were just touching on this previously. You come to a point where what type of life do I want?
Right.
um and start, look, I talk to myself all the time.
That's it.
And, Faye and I were just having a conversation
So
before we
true.
jumped on, and we were talking about
Hmm.
how you have to sometimes things cut you build narratives in your head, and it's like, wait a minute, no, Andrea, no,
Right.
stop doing that. Like,
Right.
that's key to
Right.
and to be able to notice that and to
Yes.
speak to it, and
And speak
just
to
because
it.
you don't want that to deter you from moving forward
That's
in
it.
whatever it is, right? You
That's
think
it.
about, like, even both of us here right now talking,
That's it.
like, we could have been like made so many excuses, Faye. Each one of
Right.
us, right,
Yeah.
could be like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it was a long week,
Right.
maybe we could just do it tomorrow afternoon,
Right. Right.
or
Let's do it in the
all these,
summertime. Launch in the summertime.
or spring. That's like spring refresh,
Right.
starting
Yeah.
something new.
You
All those
rationalize.
things.
Exactly.
But no, us
Right.
doing this right now, we're breaking through all whatever that was in our head.
That's it.
And guess what? We
For the
don't care.
past 6 months, so this isn't just record. We've been planning this for the past year, to be honest. And and it's like, okay, you know what? This is record. It's time.
Wait, so if y'all are seeing a
Yes.
fuzzy screen
Yeah.
or our lighting looks crazy, have
That's
grace. Have
live. That's
grace.
live.
Because guess what?
That's
We're here
it.
to serve you
That's it.
and
That's
to
it.
really do something good here. And this
Yeah.
is key to like breaking through the noise. It's a good
Yes.
one. Breaking
That's
through the
it.
noise, breaking through
Ex-
our noise right now,
Right.
and pushing
Right.
through. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm
Yes.
excited, babe.
Me too. Me too. I'm just so glad we're doing this.
Yeah,
The
I
more
think
I
it's
do, like the
important.
more I'm speaking and the more I'm
Yeah,
interacting and we're actually doing it, I feel just like, yeah, we need to do this. Like I feel the
yeah,
energy, the vibe of
yeah.
it. It's like, yeah. And
And there's so
oh my
much
God.
because right now my head is spinning. I'm like, whoo, we could jump into
Right.
this, jump into that. like
Right.
all the things right now because
Exactly.
I'm really,
Exactly.
really feeling good. I'm also excited about, at
Hmm.
some point, as we navigate the podcast world, like, really hearing from our listeners, maybe
Yeah.
stories or questions that our
Yes.
listeners will submit that
Excited.
they want to know,
Oh, yes.
and get our counsel on, and vice versa, right? Like I think we
Yeah,
learn from each
absolutely.
other.
Forever
I'm looking
growing.
forward to that, just to know who
Yeah.
our audience is,
Yes.
and you know,
Excited
and
about this.
hopefully and getting good feedback, because we
Yeah,
need your feedback. We'd love to hear
that's
your
it. We
perspectives,
appreciate you.
We really
Right, we appreciate you.
Like, Andrea, you're doing a little
Exactly.
bit too much. Sometimes you just need to just like hope. I need you to just give it to me,
Right.
and give me some authenticity and some good feedback,
That's
constructive
it.
feedback. Okay. We want
Right.
to have a respectful platform, because I think
That's
Faye and I
it.
both can agree, like, no matter what we talk about, guess
Right.
what? We may have some hot topics, but we're all always going to come from a respectful place, from a place of kindness,
That's it.
and not disrespecting,
Right.
um, our audience or things of that nature. But I think we both,
Yeah.
yeah, Faye and I, we have so many thoughts and perspectives. So I think it will make for rich conversation.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Exciting. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Faye.
I
So
know.
as we maybe wrap up our first little segment, what's a takeaway you
Yes.
think, like that we can offer our listeners right now? Just, you
Yeah.
gave a good nugget about it's never too late. And I'm taking that with me,
Yeah.
because we're doing
I
it.
know.
So
Definitely.
um
Definitely.
yeah, yeah,
Definitely. Yeah, and I feel like, in this climate, just there's so many things that have the potential to really harden you, because there's just so
yes.
much going on. And just life. Life can really kind of harden you when you think about responsibilities and pressures and different things coming at you at different angles, and yeah, and so this is just it's just like, how do we now not allow life to really harden us, but to keep us, still excited, still passionate about the future,
Yeah,
still encouraged to keep moving, and that
yeah,
motivation, to keep moving forward,
yeah,
and I'm so that's why another reason why I'm excited too about the podcast, but
yeah,
then yeah, I'll leave with that in terms of,
yeah.
we have each other.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I
Even when you feel like
recently,
you're alone. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
No, yeah. What were
And
you
I,
saying?
I was gonna say, I recently, I posted something, on, gosh, I think it was on LinkedIn right before the holidays. And
Mm-hmm.
I said something which I'll, leave with our listeners today, is that,
Oh,
like, in the
yeah.
midst of, you mentioned it, the world is heavy right now, and there's just a lot right now.
Very much.
But find those little bits of sunshine.
Mm,
And it's not the big things, it's the little things. It's that laugh that you have, that you share with someone on the phone,
right.
or like a really good conversation,
Oh,
or just, a good cup of coffee, because I love my coffee, Faye. I
right. Oh,
love my
Lord.
coffee, but just like holding
Right.
that coffee, those are little bits of sunshine
Yeah.
that I feel like we often overlook, that we need
Mm,
to keep close now more than ever. It's those
more.
simple
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely. I agree. Yes.
well, I adore you, my niece
Yes.
Faye, and I am
Me
so
too.
grateful to share this space with a phenomenal woman.
Aw,
Um,
thank
and
you.
I'm excited to embark on this journey with you.
Yes.
Y'all, it's time to break. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
time
on
to
and popping.
That's it. I'm telling you, and we are excited and we are here.
Yes.
And yeah, we're on to the next look. We're on to episode 2. What's up?
Look, episode 2 is going to be on the works as soon as we start recording, okay? So I cannot wait. So I
Yeah.
wish everyone peace and love.
Yes.
and I'll see you next time.
Yes.